You know what, Freddie, I like you too, but respectfully, I gotta disagree, but just a little. It is the buyer's job and the buyer's job only to do their due diligence to make sure they select the right software for their organization. That said, you're not wrong. Software vendors' pitches are so full of shit that they often need different versions so they don't get lost in their own nonsense. I literally had a client last week that the demo vendor was trying to convince them they somehow created multi-tenant cloud, like it was some sort of revolutionary thing. I'm like, excuse me, what? It's fully customizable. Well, yeah, for a price. We integrate with everything. Red flag number one, it's plug and play, completely out of the box. Lie. Implementation takes 4 to 6 weeks top. That's absolutely terrifying. Almost as terrifying as that. Our team will partner with you every step of the way, aka ghost you once the implementation is done, and don't care if you optimize it or it creates any sort of ROI for you, period. My personal favorite, that's on our future roadmap. Kick them out of your office if that happens. This epidemic runs so rampant that people have quite literally studied it. Statistics show that only 10% of software demos show what the system can do post-implementation. That is why I feel like enterprise software is the only industry where the business model is built on actual legit lying to customers. You want to see organized crime in 2025? Don't go to New York or Jersey. Just head straight to a SaaS demo. Like this commenter astutely pointed out, sometimes software companies sell something they don't supply. So what do you do in that situation? The first thing you're gonna do is get someone internally, externally, I don't care, not a vendor, not someone that sells software, but someone that's going to be able to speak the industry jargon, call out any bullshit. These things are convoluted, they're confusing. You're gonna need help from someone that's done it before. Somehow we have this misconception that like all we get is the software demo, and that couldn't be farther from the truth. Make them prove it. Don't get me started on vendors that show up with PowerPoint slides full of screenshots, which is again just insane to me, but make them prove your use case in their own environment. And if they can't do that, it shows a lot. The contract is your Bible. At that point, the demo doesn't even matter. You need someone that actually is skilled in contract, SaaS negotiations to take this over for you. Read every single word of it, because I've seen clients robbed absolutely blind because they didn't understand their SaaS contract. They were given this sweetheart deal for the first year and didn't understand their licenses and total cost of ownership was going to inflate 10 times that by year 2. Check references. Ask for a reference in which their implementation didn't go as planned, whether that was the vendor's fault or some internal circumstances. How did they handle that conflict shifting, and support their partner, which is you, the client, through that business chain. Beware of feature soup, as I like to call it. If that tool does everything well, I can promise you it actually does nothing well. Treat it like a hiring process for an executive on your team. And think about it. If you're gonna spend multi-millions of dollars in software licenses, there's probably very few people that even come close to that type of salary in your organization. How much did you vet them? Think about that. If the vendor starts to squirm and gets a little uncomfortable when you're asking questions, you're asking the right one. You need to own your project and your buying experience. Do not get bullied into it. You run the show. You are the customer. And don't forget that. Start acting like it and own what you're buying.